Hello YouTubers, today I'm going to talk about ENFPs, specifically male ENFPs. I only know one, so I can't give you a vast or broader explanation of them. I can only give you a specific experiences. Is that grammatically correct? Well, I can only give you specific traits or characteristics of an ENFP. Side note, sorry if I lisp, I have braces. In addition, sorry if this video was kind of boring, I'm really laid back. I wouldn't say INTJs are boring, but specifically me, I'm laid back. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to refer to, this is why I hate improvising. I like to have my thoughts true. Anyway, I do not like to improvise, but I'm doing this because I feel the need to put a video up. Anyway, good communication skills. I'm referring to an online site that I found a while ago describing the ENTJ's good communication skills. I would say so. Specific example. Me and him went out and I had to apply for jobs. I was a teenager, still am a teenager. I needed a job, still need a job. And, well, he spoke for me. That wasn't the wisest thing to do, but he spoke for me and he had great communication skills. Very perceptive about people's thoughts and motives. For here, it's very perceptive about people's thought and motive. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to put it in S on the end of thoughts. Anyway, he is perceptive about mine in particular. He knows when I'm frustrated. To other people, it comes off as anger. Yeah, anyway. Motivational, inspirational, bring out the best in others. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be bringing out the best in others. Okay, he is, I would say so. Motivational, yes, I would say so. Warmly affectionate and affirming, constantly wants hugs. Almost on a day-to-day basis, he wants a hug. Fun to be with. Fun to be with as a matter of opinion, but I would say he's fun to be with. Lively sense of humor, yes. Dramatic, yes. Energetic, yes. Optimistic, yes. Dramatic, sometimes that has sort of a bad or connotation to it, but in the way I would describe dramatic, in the sense that when he's excited or lively about something that he's really interested in. For example, he loves gadgets, and whenever a new gadget comes out, whenever there is a new gadget that comes out and he's really interested in it and he wants it, he's excited about it. He jumps for joy about it. Yes. Strive for win-win situations. I would say so. Driven to meet others' needs. These are all titled under ENFP strengths. I don't know if I mentioned that. I would say just driven to meet other needs. Usually loyal. Yes. Dedicated. Depends on the situation. Weaknesses. Wouldn't call some of these weaknesses tendency to be smothering. Depends on how you look at it. Clingy, smothering. I'm going to leave that one alone. Their enthusiasm may lead to them being unrealistic. Yes, I would say his optimism sometimes veers off into unrealism. Because, say, if he's really optimistic about something, it becomes skewed in his brain. Well, and from my perception of it, and it turns into something that becomes almost unrealistic or exactly unrealistic. Uninterested in dealing. I need to zoom in. I can't really say. Uninterested in dealing with mundane matters such as cleaning, paying bills, etc. Hey, I can agree. Hold on to bad relationships long after they've turned bad. I'm not really sure about his past relationships with other people. Extreme dislike of conflict. Yes, he has actually talked himself out of getting into fights or being beat up. Well, I should say more so. He's talked people out of beating him up. Extreme dislike of criticism. Yes. Don't pay attention to their own needs. I would say he pays more attention to his wants rather than his needs, so I would agree. Constant quest for the perfect relationship may make them change relationships frequently. I'm not too sure about that. May become bored easily. Depends on the situation. Have difficulty scolding or punishing others. Depends on the situation. I want to get a little bit more specific about it, but ENFP, I would say that I know very affectionate people, family orientated. Okay, I'm going to keep this video short. I don't want to bore everyone to tears. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to tell me. Private message me, comment. Doesn't matter. Thank you for watching my video. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. I would appreciate it, though I'm not forcing you to. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was my little basic information on ENFPs, male ENFPs that I know specifically. Bye. One thing I forgot to mention, ENFPs and memory, specifically short-term memory versus long-term memory. The ENFP, I know his long-term memory seems to be pretty good, but his short-term memory, as far as where his keys are, where his phone is, where he puts his certain things, specific things, he doesn't know. I have to tell him where it is. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be pretty much it. I might make a second or third video about this. Second and third video, I should say, about this. Bye. One last thing. He has a hidden intelligence. When I first met him, I wasn't too sure about his intelligence level, but after, I would say, about 6 months, he would say randomly these wise things to me. if something happened with, say, a friend, or if he wanted to say, I don't want to get into it, I don't want to be too specific, but he has a hidden intelligence. And I noticed that other people have a tendency to not think that he's the brightest bulb, but I've noticed that he's smart. And to some people, it might surprise. It might be a surprise, so that's the last thing I'm going to say.